question, you can raise your hand, send us a comment in the chat. In fact, I put the question right now in the chat, which is related to the topic. Please sit up so we can see you properly and, speak up so your audio works well. And the question that I put in the chat is, share with the group a story about an experience that broke your spirit and how you bounced back. What empowers you and your business today? And I'm sure Dr. Shelley will address that during her talk or after her talk. And with that, I welcome Claire. Are you on for the welcome
Yes,
address?
I'm on. Welcome, everybody. This is the Brightside Club. And since we have so many new people, I want to you could be in another place, but you chose to be with us tonight. And so I really, really want to thank you all. The Brightside Club came about because of COVID. We had to cancel all our events. And so we decided to do a club. And we meet every Monday at 8, and we meet every Wednesday at 2. And we have delightful speakers and products and services. And today we have a great turnout. And so thank you all for joining. I'm not going to go into what we do. We have a newsletter and all kinds of things. But this is my husband, Elton Brewington, who's also my partner and a pastor. And he, along with Gregory Quick, who is the executive director and founder of this great nonprofit organization. So every Monday, they deliver boxes of food at the Maxwell Center. If you happen to live in Goldsboro, you should join them. And I think now they're doing 5 counties. Elton, would you like to tell people about this project?
Well, it's been a host of my work and effort with Gregory Quick as the director of the program, and I'm partnered with him to help support the distribution of over 3,000 to 5,000 boxes of fresh, wholesome, natural foods throughout the area. It's about 300-mile area, maybe about 125-mile area. But the supplements are designed to be healthy, nutritional, and during this COVID time, offer some substance for sustained health and overall, for the sake of time. I mean, it's great. You feel better when you eat right. You feel better when you eat right, and because of the lack of work and other conditions, we hope that this adds a great value to everyone who can receive and benefit. So I encourage you all, and I want to thank you all for participating. My wife's grand idea was tremendous, and this is an opportunity for us to create a very wonderful and holistic sharing, some healing, some dialogue, inspiration, and a force and source of great prospect. And we hope you get something from it, and we hope it offers the opportunity for you to share with everyone. And feel free. This is all holistic, all completely holistic from the standpoint of spiritual standpoint. And so we're very, very delighted to have our Dr. Shelley Plumb. She's the third of 3 physicians that we've had on our broadcast, and each having great value and insights. And also we want to really support our monitor or MC, who is so talented to share with and kind of coordinate our communication. So thanks again, Dr. Plum. Thanks for being with us. And thanks everybody for being on the line. And also my wife and Ramona, your participation in value adds is so priceless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elton. And just a very brief intro about Dr. Plum. Dr. Shelley Plumb is a podiatric physician, video coach, prominent speaker, and the executive producer at Plum Talk Productions. Her website is www.drshelleyplum.com, and I absolutely enjoyed being there. Dr. Plum, over to you.
Well, thank you so much. And hello to all of you beautiful people. I am just so honored to be here with all of you and just to see all the beautiful things that you are doing. It's really inspiring, and it's really wonderful to be here today. I am Shelley, and I have I'm going to start actually with a very, very important question. For some people, it's a hard question to answer. Have you ever felt like your soul is drowning. Has anybody ever felt like their soul is just not doing well, that that it's drowning? Felt like you had nowhere to go personally or professionally? If your answer is yes, then my heart goes out to you. I have definitely, if you've read my book, I have been there. I am actually, as you alluded to earlier, I am a foot and ankle surgeon, a podiatrist. I did foot and ankle surgery, believe it or not, for 18 years. I left that to pursue what I know now is to be my life's passion, and that is actually video production. You know, earlier in my doctoring career, I always felt like something was just not right, in that I was meant to do something different. And you know what, a lot of people, I get a lot of flack about that. They're like, oh my goodness, foot and ankle surgeon to producer, how does that happen? And talking about it is really therapeutic for me. And actually, it reminds me of a dream that I had. It was a few weeks back, actually, and I'd love actually to share it with all of you. It was a crazy, weird dream, actually. I was walking, believe it or not, on a tightrope, on a wire, over a canyon, 300 feet in the air. Now, I want you to picture this. It was pouring rain, nothing to help me balance. I didn't have anything in my hands. I was stuck right there on the tight wire. I couldn't move forward. It was as if there was really an invisible wall right in front of me. I couldn't fly high. The only way that I could go in my dream was down to my demise. The question, I thought, you know what, if I fall, what's going to happen? Will I bounce or will I break or die? And it's a great question, right? It got me to thinking when I woke up. And the question to all of you is this: when adversity blows into your life and knocks you off of that wire in life, will you break or will you bounce? So, you know, if you feel like it, write it in the chat. Will you break or will you bounce when adversity rears its ugly head? Now, that dream of mine got me really to thinking about my soul story. And that's what I call it, is my soul story. That's a heart story. That story really led me down a really deep, dark path. But it really also, on the flip side of that, it taught me a lot about my station in life. It's really my heart story. And I'm asking all of you out there, as I go through this story, I really want you to think about what your heart story is. What motivates you? My heart story actually started when I was 7 years old. Sharing it is really, and I sometimes get emotional about it. It's very emotional, but I want you to picture this, and I want you to be here right now with me and visualize this. I am in a Volkswagen Bug. You guys all remember those Volkswagen Bugs?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you do? You
Owned one. Owned one.
You owned one, so you know what I'm talking about. They're little tiny cars, right? Yes, and my brother, he was to the left of me, and of course he was harassing me, you know, as brothers do. And my babysitter at the time was in the front passenger seat, and I was in the back seat with my brother. And my mom, and she was talking to my mom intently, and my mother was actually driving. And can I tell you, she was so beautiful. I mean, are you visualizing it? She was so beautiful. She had this pink scarf that was, you know, with flowers on it that was wrapped around her neck. And I really, right now, this is in my book. I want to read you a passage from my book related to that. The passage, let me pull it up here. Okay, here it is. The passage reads, I look at my mother, who is speaking with a friend in the front seat. Her beautiful features are crystal clear to me, her dark brown hair and soft skin. I notice her chic fuchsia and green floral scarf wrapped gracefully around her neck. I see straight ahead out the front window as the car rolls to a stop at a faded red stop sign. We stop and then go again. The rest is in slow motion. The squealing of rubber, I'm moving forward in my seat, the screech of metal, my head is hitting the front windshield, screams of terror, and then everything goes black. My soul story starts with a car accident, an accident that took the life of my mother, an incident I am only now fully realizing the impact it had on my life. My father, my stepmother, my grandmother, who is really instrumental in my book, were such incredibly supportive figures in my life. But can I tell you that the impact of my mother's death left a stamp on my heart? I get choked up just thinking about it. It had a profound effect, an impact that led to difficulties, I'll be honest with you, with self-esteem and confidence, leading me down a road marked by perfectionism and working myself literally to death. And I am asking all of you out there, how many of you can relate to that or know of somebody who has done that? You know, I'm finding in my travels as a physician and then also as a video producer, as I give talks, many people in the audience can relate to that. It's surprising me that I am not alone. We are all at times on that wire high above the canyon. The wire sometimes is greased, isn't it, with perfectionism, leading us to slip into what? What do we slip into? We slip into regret, self-blame sometimes, remorse. In many of us, myself included, that internal critic is quite active and self-destructive. I mean, it hits me hard when I talk about it. Self-sabotage is often the result. And I've also often asked myself that is when I self-sabotage myself, which is a lot of what I talk about in the book, why do we do that? Why? Because there, and what I found after writing the book, which was therapeutic for me, and then also talking to people that are in the audience, there are usually three very important factors that are missing in our lives when we act that way. And those three things are balance, stability, and resilience. Now, bear with me. Now, we're walking on a high wire, right? Over the canyon. We talked about that. Picture, and I want you to picture yourself. You're trying to walk forward, but something's blocking you. And you know what it is. And you know what it was for me most of my life? You're surrounded and blocked by negative people and unsupporting circumstances. What do I mean by that? How about narcissism? How about passive aggressive behavior? How about villains, liars? Those things I personally put up for years. I mean, I'm asking you all, think about it. You don't have to say anything, but think about it. You put up with that. Have you put up with that? Have you put up with that nonsense? I will tell you, it didn't serve me at all very well. I honestly found myself becoming increasingly unbalanced, unstable, dangerously exhausted. It was a balancing act that I found impossible to maintain, you know, because I felt like I was in this crazy charade and it was all going on around me. So, you know what? I mean, what's a girl to do? What do you do at that point? How do I go forward if I'm in that point? You know, there was a point in my life though, where I hit rock bottom in my life. And it is in my book, and it's when I went through a divorce. And that rock bottom, I have to thank, you know, the higher powers that be, because it really taught me a lot. It taught me that I had had enough. I'd had enough of all that nonsense. If you're there right now, I want you to really visualize yourself in that position. You know, I personally, I'd had enough. I mean, it was enough. And I put on my feisty hat. Destructive people who were only meant to drain my physical and mental well-being, they had to stay outside of my own personal bubble. I made a long overdue decision to go separate ways and not play their dangerous games, which a lot of people I had to wish well, but I had to distance myself from them. You know what? I am here now to run my life, not to let others run my life for me. You know, fire at that point lit deep in my soul. And I was ready, I'll tell you what, I was ready to bounce to the heavens. And I was refusing to break under the adversity of life. To do this, I had to work really on those three important factors that we talked about earlier in the talk. The first is balance. So let me ask you, in your life, are you ready for balance? How many out there, show of hands, have completely balanced lives at this point? I know that I don't. Balance for me is an ongoing process. You know what? There is a quote that I absolutely love, and it's by Tony Robbins. He says something like, life is found, and I love it, it's beautiful. Life is found in the dance between our deepest desire and our greatest fear. Let me repeat that because it's so profound. Life is found in the dance between our deepest desire and our greatest fear. Ah, yes. I mean, are you ready for balance? For me, balance boils down to 5 very, very important factors. Factors that have helped me significantly. I want to share them with you. Balance is about, first of all, being deliberate, prioritizing, setting goals, asking for help when we need it, which has been a problem for me in the past. Balance is about being flexible yet consistent, taking one small step towards our goal, never giving up, always staying true to who we are as individuals. And there was a point in my life where I had lost sight of who Shelley really was. Balance is really about planning ahead, not in a perfectionist sort of way, but in a preventative sort of way. That way, when drama and trauma blow into our lives, we're less likely to deviate from that all-important plan, that journey that we're on. Balance is about asking for help, realizing that asking for help is a necessity, and it's really not a weakness. And you know what? Balance is also about, and this is probably the most important thing because it was what I lost sight of, balance is about self-care. That is the one thing that I struggle with even to this day. We are important, aren't we? All of us. I'm looking at all of you on the screen right now. We're all important. We are all worthy. We deserve to be healthy, calm, fulfilled, and yes, really balanced. Without proper self-care, I mean, I think we'll all agree that balance does not exist. It doesn't. The second step in fanning the flames of passion and the secret to bouncing and not breaking when adversity rears its ugly head is stability, having stability in our life. Let me ask you out there, are you ready for stability? I know that I am. One thing I know for sure is that people who have it all together do things differently in their life. And that's what I found when I was doing research. What do? Well, let me tell you. They say no when they need to. They ask for help when they need it. They celebrate and not criticize their flaws. They are awesome, amazing listeners, and they are choosy with regards to who they let close to them personally and professionally. Those are all things that I continue to work on. You know, I'm going to share with you one special thing. In an interview I did with Tony Robbins a few years ago, I will never forget when he told me, what did he tell me? He told me, who we spend time with is who we become. Let me repeat that. Who we spend time with is who we become. I mean, how many of us agree with that out there? He went on to say something like, if you are around people, even though you love them, who don't have high energy, if you are around people who don't have a vision for their life, if you are around people who are hurting all the time and you feel like you need to fix them, then what you really need to do is you need to be around people who are playing the game a little higher than you. So it makes you strive to do higher and higher things. I love that. I mean, that really impacted my heart. I took it to heart. People who have stability in their lives choose to transform their lives and not conform to societal values. Transform, not conform. And most importantly, they support others from a true unconditional place in their hearts. And you know what? Earlier in this meeting, I just saw with everything that you're doing, giving back, you are giving with a true unconditional heart. And I salute you for that. So balance, stability, and last but not least, the key to bouncing and not breaking is resilience. Are you ready to be resilient? Oh, I'll tell you what, I am. Resilience is defined as, what is it defined as? The capacity to recover quickly from difficulty. It's actually mental toughness, the ability to spring back. You know, there was an article in my research that I came across by the American Psychological Association, and they outlined how to develop resilience in our lives. And it was very impactful. So I'd like to share with you some of the results. I thought it was interesting because, you know what? It paralleled my life and what I found to work as I was getting myself out of my situation. So how do we build resilience? Well, first, we build connections through prioritizing relationships. Relationships are so important. Second, we foster wellness. Very important. Doing this by taking really care of our bodies. You know, what else can we do? Practice mindfulness and avoiding negative outlets, which I know nowadays is really hard to do, but it's essential that we avoid negative outlets. Third, we foster resilience by finding purpose in our own personal lives. I want you to sit and reflect on just that. Finding purpose in your life. What is your purpose? Reflect on it. How have I done that? I do that by helping others, being proactive, moving steadily towards my goals, and realizing it's not a race. You know what? I will get there, one small step at a time. And I'm always looking for an opportunity for self-discovery. Self-discovery is important, isn't it? I love to talk about that. We must, when building resistance, embrace healthy thoughts by keeping things in perspective, accepting change, maintaining sometimes a hopeful outlook, even when things look so incredibly bleak. And for me, learning from my past mistakes and realizing a mistake is not a mistake if you learn from it. Lastly, we build resistance by reaching out for help. Reaching out for help. That seems to be a common theme tonight, doesn't it? When we need it, we need to reach out. It's not a weakness. It is a true, undeniable strength. So, ladies and gentlemen that are out there, the three things. If you take anything away from this talk tonight, balance, stability, and resilience. That is the key to bouncing. When adversity comes into your life, those are the key to bouncing and not breaking. I personally, and I will be honest with each and every one of you, I am a work in progress. I am still high in the air, metaphorically speaking, but no longer am I confined to that wire I talked about. I'm taking the necessary steps to achieve balance, stability, and resilience in my life. And it is making, oh my goodness, it's making a world of difference. You know, there will always be adversity in our lives, but you, me, we, you know what? We can do this and do it better than we've ever done it before. You know, I'm done letting people and circumstances run my life. I am here to run it, not let it run me. My soul is on fire, and it has given me the strength and the confidence I need to let go of the wire and soar. And you know what? If I fall, I know it's okay. I have no doubt that I will bounce to the heavens and not break under the stress of life. You see, we are here for a reason. We are here to light up the world. Even if it's for one day, we're here to light up the world. Each and every one of us online today, we are unique, we're beautiful, we are smart, we are funny. I want you all, please, just in closing this talk, I want you all to close your eyes for a moment, just 1 second, and say it with me. Repeat after me. I am unique. I am beautiful. I am smart. And I am funny. And you know what? My kids are probably watching this. And yes, honeys, I am funny. They don't think I'm funny unless I'm dancing. Then they think I'm funny. I want you to visualize yourself letting go of that wire. You are flying free now. And if you fall, it's okay. You'll bounce. You will not break. Open your eyes now. No one can be like you. No one has your gifts. No one can light up the world like you can. By taking the steps necessary to live a balanced life, a stable life, and a resilient life, you can live the life of your dreams. It's time. It's time in our society to light your soul on fire and bounce to new heights. Oh my goodness. I love talking about this, and I can't thank you enough for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Very good,
Shelley.
very good, very
And
good, very good.
I was wondering if anyone had a question for Dr.
Uh,
Shelley.
I have a simple question. It's a more comment question. I really appreciate your comments. And your title of your book was amazing. Learn to bounce. Break. Well, I take it a different scenario. Bouncing. I mean,
Yeah,
my wife will share her points about that. But bouncing, balance. Just balance.
right.
inspired by your comments about balance, maintaining balance, and how to maintain balance. And it's a theoretical, psychological, and spiritual component. Balance, maintaining your balance. And those times where you slip, and
Yes.
many of you probably remember too, including you, Dr. Plum, where you are just about to lose your balance and you bounce back up. You slipped, or maybe you slip on a wet floor, all of a you back up. And
Right.
so how to do that. And then if you do lose your balance, and you can't find the equilibrium to bounce back up, then learn how to drop and bounce back up. There are two segments to bounce: bouncing to keep from falling, and the bounce when you fall up again, and
Right.
to get back up, my father used to say, if you can look up, you can get up.
You know it.
You
Oh,
know,
I
so,
love that. You know what? And my
yeah,
my father always taught me, you know what? When you fall down, you just get right back up and
yeah,
dust yourself off. It's so,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you know what is interesting when you're talking? I'm thinking in my book, the icon that is consistent through the book is the red ball, which is on the
yeah.
cover. And there are times when I'm looking at that red ball, and the red ball is really a symbol for us as human beings. And the red ball has cracks in it. It's older, but I make a point to tell readers that it may be cracked on the outside, but the inside is fine. And sometimes we go through our life and we feel beaten up by life, but
Mm,
it
mm.
just means that we have a little crack in our exterior, which can
Sure,
be
sure, sure.
repaired.
Yeah.
And inside is just beautiful and ready to rock. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I, one last comment, and I'll leave it to everybody else. I know that I ski. I like to ski. I enjoy skiing. And skiing, sometimes you get yourself in a predicament on ski slopes. You got to bounce. You're gonna have to drop and bounce. It's a lifesaver to
Right.
drop, bounce, get back up. Because if you're going in the wrong inclination at the wrong speed, drop it, get back up. You can get back up from that. But if you don't, then it could be quite tumultuous. My wife has, she claims, share with them, Claire, about how you think taught you how to bounce.
Yeah, but we have to hurry up. Well,
Okay.
Dr. Shelley, I used to fall all the time. I
Did
mean,
you?
literally fall flat. I'd be walking in Manhattan, in New York, getting to work, and I would fall and get bruised and break my
Oh,
arm. I twisted my foot. I sprained it. And my husband saw me and he said, darling, you got to bounce. And I haven't fallen since because now I bounce.
there you go. You bounce. It's
But it was really so funny. But he actually taught me how to bounce, and I don't fall anymore. So, yeah. So
bouncing.
on that note, we have to go back to Ramona. Ramona, you got to
Yeah.
keep track of
Yes.
time.
So we have Colonel Donna Foray with us, but we're going to continue to do the book signing at the end. So we have I think a total of 5 presenters presenting their various products and services, and each one gets 7 to 10 minutes to present. And I'll ring my little chime at the 7-minute mark. And our first presenter is Melissa Migliaro, Director of Business Development and Operations, the Happy Vegan Nacho No Cheese at Stello Foods.
Oh,
Mm.
that looks
Hi,
yummy.
everyone. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I know I will speak on behalf of Sharon. She's the owner and creator of Nacho No Cheese. She's sorry she can't be here, so I'm happy to speak for her. I've been working with her for about 5 years, and I actually own my own business, and I'm in the health and wellness industry. So I do a lot of corporate wellness and consulting work with people like yourselves and Sharon, who are in the business of creating products or doing services like physical therapy. So, yeah, so I'm happy tonight to, what I wanted to do is feature a product and just tell you a quick story about Sharon. A few years ago, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And because of that diagnosis, she gave up everything. She became vegan, basically, because she knew that and if she was taking medication, that could certainly help her recover, but she knew that being well, like we're talking about now, having a healthy lifestyle was important, but also what she was putting in her body. And when she gave up cheese, that was the hardest item for her to give up. So through that process, she was figuring things out in her kitchen with her Vitamix and trying to make a product that could substitute cheese that she so very much missed. And in her Vitamix years ago, she came up with what is now called Nacho No Cheese. And we're actually giving away 3 jars tonight. But Nacho No Cheese is her baby. It's an almond-based dairy-free cheese dip, and we're in several stores across the country. When we do demos, I tell people it's good on everything but ice cream, and that's pretty much true, although someone might try it on ice cream eventually. But this dip is great for people that are looking for a cheese substitute on something like mac and cheese, a sandwich spread. You could use it with just pretzels and chips or even just raw vegetables. So this was her classic cheesy flavor. Nutritional yeast is the ingredient in there that gives it that cheesy, the cheesy taste. And then the second flavor she had is our mild flavor, and that is for anyone that likes lemon. It has a nice lemon kick. This one's really good on roasted vegetables or rice and potatoes, and even just roasted pasta for those kids that are not very good protein eaters and you're trying to get them to eat a little bit less cheese. And for people that love hot, the hot version of Nacho No Cheese is really great with something like cucumbers or even on something like tofu. If you're going for that like wings sort of football food, that the hot is a very good recommendation. So like I said, I've been with Sharon for several years, just trying to grow her product and expand the brand into different stores, like Whole Foods. We're in a number of Whole Foods. We're here in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. So we have stores here in Pittsburgh, but we reach all the way out towards California. And I love helping her expand because she's someone that appreciates everything that I'm hearing on tonight's call with the stress, life balance. What you're putting in your body is just as important as what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So it all kind of falls underneath the same umbrella, and it's nice to be with so many people that appreciate that. So, and I think I'm going to coordinate with, I don't know how exactly we're going to do the winners, but we're going to be giving away one of each flavor to 3 people tonight. So,
yeah. And we're excited, Melissa. Thank you. Melissa and I have been working on this project for 6 months now, so to have her here is great. We'll do it at the end. We'll run a raffle, and you know, for everybody that attends. So thank you, Melissa, so much.
Thank you for having us.
And I will connect with you about that as well. Thank you. So, Ramona?
Yes, welcome, Vanessa. Vanessa, help me to pronounce your last name. Vanessa Spiron.
It's Spiron.
Spiron, sorry. Vanessa Spiron, I apologize. Spiron, Business Development Director, Simmons, is it SimmonsTherapy.com?
Early intervention therapy, yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to share my screen so I can show you my PowerPoint.
And if anyone has questions for Melissa and Vanessa, your names rhyme. We'll do it at the end of Vanessa's presentation. Okay, go ahead, Vanessa.
Yeah, so can everyone see my screen and hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I agree with Melissa that tonight's theme just kind of all runs together, which is great to hear Dr. Plumb in the beginning talk about the impact of an event when she was 7 that impacted her life for so long that you don't necessarily realize the impact of it until later in life. And I think I'm going to talk about the importance of early intervention services. I work for a company called Simmons Early Intervention Therapy. And since I've been studying early intervention services, I have just come to learn about and appreciate the importance of early intervention services on a young child's life that helps direct their path for the future. And so I want you to think about at what point in a person's life does the paths diverge from one another that sets their path for success or failure. You know, at what point does that happen? Is it as soon as a child is born? Is it graduation from high school, whether that happens or not? Is it third grade reading levels and things like that? Is it biology or is it environment? There's all these factors that affect the outcome of a child's life and sets up the foundation for a successful future. And I think that it's really neat to think about when that happens. And so what I like to think about is early intervention services can level the playing field for all children, regardless of their circumstances. And I'll talk about those circumstances in just a minute. But if we level the playing field in the toddler age group, that's going to help them to be more successful in life, which is going to produce more successful citizens and just overall kind of what I say, help the world, help solve the world's problems. And so this is why I say that. I want to share some statistics that share this with you. Between the day a child is born and the day they go to kindergarten, there are 1,825 days that their brains, their fresh little brains, are soaking up information. In addition to that, 90% of a child's brain development happens before the age of 5. And so that's, just think about it, 90% of everybody's brain develops before they even turn 5 years old. And I think that just really emphasizes how critical that time period is. And I will say, look how cute that little boy is. Isn't he just adorable?
Yes, he is. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
He's my little one. That's why I can say that.
Yes.
Of course, I needed a picture of a child, so that's the one that got put in.
Adorable. Yeah.
Thank you. Early intervention services can change, and studies show this. It can change a child's developmental path and improve outcomes for children, families, and communities. And so that's why I say it's important to level the playing field regardless of a child's environmental factors. So if we talk about biology and environment, at Simmons Early Intervention Therapy, we work with children that have delays or diagnoses in one or more of the following areas. And so it can be a multitude of areas, but some of the ones that I have listed here are autism spectrum disorders, behavioral issues, emotional delays, speech language delays, fine and gross motor skill delays, social delays, self-help delays, ADHD, as well as things like anxiety and depression, and the multitude of things that children are experiencing as a result of the pandemic as well. And so that kind of goes into the environmental side of things when we're looking at childhood stress. So like adults, a little bit of stress is okay for a child. So you see the green on the little child there, it's positive stress. And in the yellow, the one in the middle, it's tolerable stress. So it's serious temporary stress, but you have those positive and supportive relationships that Dr. Plumb was talking about that makes a difference in a child's life and an adult's life. And then we also have the ones that are in red. So a child can be exposed to toxic stress or what they call ACEs, or adverse childhood experiences, that have a detrimental effect on a child's life. So you have biological factors that affect a child's life, environmental factors that affect a child's life. And some children, unfortunately, have both factors that influence their lives. So if we look at the number of children that need services early in their lives, and we are located in North Carolina, up to 13% of children birth to 3 years old have delays or situations that qualify them for early intervention services. In addition to the ones I've listed, also things like being premature up to a certain number of weeks, as well as being born with drugs in the blood system and things like that, also qualify children for services. However, in the county that I live in, only 5% of children receive those services. So you're looking at 8% of children who need those services don't get them. And as I said earlier, those services, research proves that it makes a dramatic impact on a child's life. It's not just, let's just go sit and talk to somebody. It's actually play-based, life-changing therapy for a child, and they enjoy it. They don't even realize they're in these kind of services, but it helps them understand aspects about themselves that they aren't necessarily going to do otherwise. And these statistics are really important to me because children are falling through the cracks. They're not getting these life-changing services. And the question for that is why? And I think a lot of times it's first-time parents aren't aware that their child is delayed or that their child may need services. People are afraid to mention to people that their child may need services. And, you know, if they don't know, they're not necessarily going to go and search for services. But services that I'm talking about, we provide those kind of services locally with Simmons Early Intervention Therapy. I say locally, but we also offer virtual services. So that doesn't have to be local to the Wayne County or North Carolina area. We were founded in 2006, and we provide a variety of therapy services for children from birth to the teen years. And our mission is to give all children the opportunity to enhance their growth and development and reach their fullest potential. And that's ultimately what we do, is any way that we can help a child to reach their fullest potential. Just a little bit more about the services that we offer. You see on the left-hand side, it's early intervention program, developmental program, and developmental coaching. All of those are related to developmental services for children. So when I say developmental therapy or developmental services, we're talking about all domains of child development, whether that's speech and language, social emotional. I thought I heard a bell and it threw me off.
Yeah.
I apologize.
You have 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, thank you. So yeah, a variety of things to help a child overall, whether that's with behaviors or social, emotional, and things like that. We also offer the traditional speech therapy as well as child counseling and our telesuccess programs for children who may be developing fine but need that extra little challenge or push. I'm just going to go through and say, so developmental programs for a child who may not need what I'll say like extreme services or qualify for services, developmental programs is really good for that. In addition, we coach parents along. So a parent who may not know how to deal with a child who's having behavioral issues can learn a lot from these developmental therapists as well. In addition, we do English and Spanish, and like I said, virtual and in-person services. And so just to kind of re-emphasize the importance of a child's early years impacts lifelong health in all areas, social areas, mental areas, cognitive things, emotional, as well as physical as well. And the consequences of delayed intervention for young children is that subsequent intervention is likely to be longer. It's going to take longer to have impact, and the results are going to be less optimal. The establishment of poor patterns that are difficult to change. And I think we can all agree as we get older, it's really hard to change our bad habits. And so with children, it's no different. Behavioral problems will develop or increase, and parents can become frustrated, as well as social emotional implications, such as poor self-esteem and frustration. And I'll just kind of close out on this. Early intervention is critical. I really love this statistic, is that it takes 4 times as long to intervene in the 4th grade as it does in late kindergarten. It will take a child 4 times as long to learn something in 4th grade as it does in late kindergarten. And that just really shows the impact that early intervention services can have on young children and helping them set the foundation for a successful future. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Vanessa.
we forgot to give a hand to the previous speakers, but wow, those statistics are alarming. I mean, we were distributing food boxes today to the Lincoln homes, and there were these little kids, my goodness me. We were really shocked because they probably had food stamps, but yet they were really, really, we had strawberries, which were really a big thing, but it was just so heartbreaking. So yeah, let's get together and maybe do something more with what your program is. Ramona, over to you. I'm trying to not talk.
Welcome to Ms. Holmes. Ms. Holmes on Charita Accessories.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
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 Hi. Hi. Yes, my name is Sharita Holmes, and I am actually the owner of Sharita Accessories as well as
Sharita, we can't hear you. Yes,
Can you hear me?
now we can. Yes.
Okay. It's providing a service. As far as Sharita Accessories, I provide low to high end quality fashion accessories, necklace, bracelets, t-shirts, rings, you name it. We have it. I have over 3,000 items on our website, and we also offer afterpay for ones that would like to purchase but it may not be in their budget at that time to splurge. We all like to look good. Referring back to the self-care, self-care, retail therapy, I think sometimes can go together. So, so that's a good way of kind of doing something for yourself. And I will drop the website, send a link towards in the chat box in regards to that. Also, in reference to my other business, which is CM Personal Solutions, it's a virtual assistant business that I help people that basically need assistance typing letters, proposals, scheduling. I have people that wait, like for the cable guy, or wait for the mechanic to come by and they happen to work. They don't have the time to see it. We do have agents that will sit there and wait. We are bonded for people that just basically don't have the time. They need another set of hands in their life. We all, get occupied with the day-to-day hustle, and we just do not have the time that we would love to have to be able to do the extras that we need to take care of. So I also provide a service to residents in Eastern North Carolina in doing this on a daily. We do ask that we get at least a 24-hour notice, but we do understand sometimes that's not available. So we do have different plans to be able to accommodate our customers when needed. And I will link the website for that as well. I also would like to show you a couple of my pieces for Sharita Accessories. So.
And the one you're wearing is delightfully beautiful too. Yeah, look at that. Oh yes, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yes, I love them all. They're beautiful.
Thank you. And if there's something you would like to take take a deeper look into, the website would be available in just a few moments.
And we do need, even though we're in COVID and we're housebound, we still have to wear jewelry for Zoom. So, so yes, so that is true. Yes, it's a good job. Yes.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
a virtual assistant. You need those extra hands everywhere.
That's
Yes.
right. Yes.
That's
yes,
right.
do.
That's right. Ramona?
So our next, thank you so much, Ms. Holmes. Welcome to Patty Hubbard from Paparazzi Accessories.
Hey everybody, how are you this evening?
We're so happy to see you.
Hey,
She's one of the.
How are you?
She's so busy all the time. Yes.
So as she said, my name is Patty and I am with Paparazzi Accessories. I've been selling paparazzi for about 2 years now, and it has been the perfect little side hustle for me, especially with everything that is going on. If you'll see behind me, I have a portion of my jewelry up on display, but I'll just take a few minutes and kind of show you some of our pieces. So all of the paparazzi jewelry is $5. $5, you get a pair of earrings, you get a necklace for our sets. Otherwise, the bracelets are $5, the earrings are $5, everything is $5, and that's the most wonderful price point for me. Where can you go and get a bracelet and a necklace, that match for $5? We also have some rings that have some stretchy backs on them as well. They fit size 4 and 14. 14. So, you know, absolutely awesome. You can make the rings a little bit bigger. You can make them a little bit smaller, absolutely, to fit your fingers. So I will show you a couple of those tonight. And I did not, Miss Shelley, they're part of Paparazzi. So they were $5.
They're beautiful. I love them. You know, I'm a dangly girl. I like my danglies.
I definitely like my dangly earrings. I didn't realize I did until I started wearing them, but these were $5.
Wow.
I have a little pair of roses right on top. They're a cream colored rose. And then, let's see, you can see here, let's see. I love this one. It reminds me, it reminds me of a heartbeat. And this is from some of our pieces earlier this year, but
ooh, that's pretty.
That is
absolutely
pretty.
You know, I like to wear it in February, and we always, you know, encourage women, men, you know, take care of your heart. And that's what I got this one for back in February. And it's, you know, just a little awareness, you know, with February being Heart Month, but take care of your heart. So let me grab a couple of pieces to kind of show you guys. So this right here is definitely a statement piece. Absolutely gorgeous colored red. You got Christmas coming up, you've got Thanksgiving, and this color is absolutely gorgeous. It's a short necklace, so it's gonna sit right here. But again, $5, comes with a matching pair of teardrop earrings. But what a gorgeous set this is for $5. The other thing too that is wonderful that I love about Paparazzi jewelry is our jewelry is 100% lead and nickel free. If you are sensitive to metals, I see you clapping, Miss Shelley.
Yeah, I'm allergic, so that's music to my ears.
I can't wear earrings from Claire's. I can't wear the earrings from the department stores. And prior to Paparazzi, I had a very small selection of earrings, and it was just depressing to, you know, because I didn't have very many. I can honestly say these do not irritate my ears, and I don't have any problems with them at all. And for me, that's huge, because I've never been able to wear earrings. So 100% lead and nickel free. If you're needing something, let's see here. If you're needing something for your holiday party, we have rhinestones. I love wearing rhinestones. I say I don't need to dress up to wear rhinestones. I will wear my rhinestones any day of the week. I even wear them to work. But, you know, something a little bit nicer, definitely go with that pretty little black dress or your holiday attire. We also have some long necklaces as well. So here's a gorgeous long necklace with to me it's just a gorgeous blue stone, some rhinestones, a longer necklace. And with these ones too, you actually can take them and you can kind of double them around and layer them up, wear them a little bit short, but gorgeous long necklace. We have different metals as well. So we have gold, we have silver, we have bronze, we have copper. So here's a gold necklace with some rhinestones, a little bit longer, absolutely gorgeous. We also have simple pieces. So if you're somebody who likes simplicity, not everything we have is big and chunky. We actually have some things that are a little bit smaller. Something, you know, for an older child, a teenager, or if you just want something on the simple side. So this is gold, and it has a white moonstone in it with the upside down part and the matching earrings.
Patty,
does anybody here like turquoise? Do I have anybody any fans of turquoise? I'm a huge fan of turquoise. So here is a pair of turquoise crackled stone earrings with some feathers. Absolutely gorgeous. Now these by themselves would be $5. So these earrings, I couldn't tell if it was turquoise or not. So these earrings are $5. I love turquoise. I think it's so pretty. We also have plain silver earrings as well. So, you know, if you want something universal to kind of go with anything and everything, a simple pair of silver earrings kind of go with everything. We have some earrings that have some fringe on them. And these are just so fun. I absolutely love the fringe. Something a little bit different, a nice bold earring. And again, thinking about, you know, Christmas coming up, you know, just some, you know, trying to get some holiday color in there. You've got some red hoop earrings.
Patty, you have about 30 seconds.
Okay. I lost, let's see, my video. Am I on your video still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've got a screen share in somebody's PC. I can't see anything.
Oh no, you are on there with your red earrings.
Okay, so there's some red earrings. And let me just show you a bracelet real quick. Here is a stretchy bracelet. So we have stretchy bracelets, we have clasp bracelets, we have a little bit of everything. Again, this is that crackled stone, that turquoise, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So a little bit of everything for everybody. You know, nice statement pieces to small dainty pieces, 100% lead and nickel free, and again, at a great price point for $5. Miss Elizabeth, thank you so much for having me, allowing me, you know, time to speak and kind of just talk to you guys. I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Actually, Patty, I am so happy to see you. Patty is one of the most busiest moms, and so we'll bring you back at the end, Patty. So stay if you can.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am, no problem.
She always has such amazing jewelry for $5. You can't beat it. So Patty, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Ramona.
Okay,
Yeah.
Miss Solomon, over to you for Forever Aloe Vera.
Miss Migliaro, I think she had to leave. Maybe is she presenting?
No, Miss Solomon is presenting.
Oh, okay. I know Miss Migliari had to leave.
So
I thought that
Miss
we.
Solomon is presenting. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to find her slides. Hold on. Holly, where are you? Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna, Oline, are you there? Oline?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you see
Okay.
your slides?
Not yet.
Okay, hold on. They're coming. You can start talking.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like to I'd like to just give a shout out to Dr. Plumb
Plum,
for that wonderful presentation. It really is a segue right into what I'm going to be talking about. She said something about taking care of yourself and fostering wellness. Well, we all know that we all live in a busy world and we all doing probably too much, but you can't beat good health. You may have a lot of money. You guys, everybody out there probably has more than me, but I tell you, there's nothing like good health because you can't enjoy life if you don't have good health. So take the time to take care of yourself and take the preventive measures before something really happens is very important. Okay? So I'm with the company called Forever Living Products, and we are the world's largest manufacturers. And oh, here it is. If you see.
Oline, we lost your sound.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Now you're back.
Yeah.
You're back. You're
Okay.
back.
Okay. So it's a PDF under the Aloe Vera Company, Elizabeth.
Is that good?
I don't see it yet.
It's here. You have to click on it.
You have to click on it.
Yeah, it's on. I can see it. None of you can see it?
No, I can't see it.
Okay, hold on. Now can you see it?
No,
No?
no. We see the where it says the Aloe Vera Company, but the slides are not coming up.
The slides are not coming up. Okay, now? No?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, hold on. Let's do it
Okay.
again.
All right.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yay. Okay.
Good. So I'm with Forever Living Products. They are the world's largest manufacturers and distributors of aloe vera in the whole wide world. They're in over 160 countries. Okay, so Forever Living Products has it, of course, their headquarters is in Arizona, but I've been taking these products for over 30 years. And like I said, I believe in preventive measures, and I take aloe vera because it has a lot of properties that takes care of the immune system, the digestive system, and other things. Okay, so next, Claire.
You there? Are you good?
Okay, so why? Okay, all right. So why aloe vera gel? Well, aloe vera gel from Forever Living Products, every leaf is hand harvested and it's done within hours so that you are getting the pure quality of pure aloe vera within hours, the way that nature intended it. Um, this company was the first to receive the scientific advisory board of highly qualified professionals. It's been certified by the International Aloe Vera Science Council. It's also kosher and halal certified. Okay.
Sorry. Ooh. These are, because we're working off a PDF, so they're doing funny things. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I think we skipped one, but that's okay. So as you can see, we have a lot of products. Okay, so one of the reasons I got into this company is because over 30 years ago, I had an extremely bad case of bleeding gums. And so I was introduced to what we call the aloe vera gel. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, anyway, it's a tooth gel. It does not have fluoride, but it has peppermint, it has aloe vera, it has, yeah, okay, right there. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. So, okay, let's look at the aloe vera gel collection. That's one of our greatest sellers. You get the pure inner leaf of aloe vera gel, no added preservatives. It's good for supporting healthy digestion and the immune system. Most people walk around with what they call a colon that's impacted. Some people only go to the bathroom maybe once a week or every 3 days. I've met people who've gone to the bathroom once every 2 weeks. That is not good. What happens is bacteria from the waste that builds up in the colon, it's pure bacteria and it goes throughout the body. Whenever it comes in contact with blood, it goes throughout the body. So that's where most of your diseases in the body start, right in your colon. So it's very important that you keep that colon clean. And aloe vera products are extremely well for that. The drinks come in 3 flavors. You get the pure aloe gel, you get the peach flavor, or you can get the crayon apple. And it's also gluten-free. Another outstanding collection about Forever Living products are the bee products. They're bio, okay, not too fast, go back just a little.
Okay.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. So most people don't realize it, but most of our bee products come from the bee. Do you know that the queen bee lives 50 times longer than the worker bee? That's because she takes the royal jelly. She's the only one that gets it in the beehive. And there is a product called bee propolis, and that's used for combative or protective purposes in the beehive. And we take the tablets to build up our immune system. I wouldn't go through the winter without propolis. Also, there's the bee pollen, which the queen takes, and then there's the bee honey. Bee products are extremely good for your immune system and cardiovascular system. None of us probably get the amount of greens that we need every day. So we have a product called Forever Super Greens with over 20 fruits and vegetables to support the pH balance. It's high in antioxidant vitamins. It's also vegan, vegetarian friendly, and gluten free. And then another favorite product is aloe heat lotion. I don't know about you guys. I'm in pretty good health, but I do get an ache and a pain every now and then in my joints. So there are two things that I take. I rub on the outside with the heat lotion, and I take our omega-3. That is really good stuff. That Arctic is called the Arctic Sea. It's made up of 3 different fish oils, but that will cut those joints, those aching joints right away. Okay, next, Miss Elizabeth.
Yep. Oline, we are only going to have to do 5 products today because we have a lot on the program. But I'm going to bring you back to do the whole presentation. It's really good, every one of your products. I love it.
Okay, can I talk about 2 products real quick?
Yeah, two products. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going into the winter or cold season, and in lieu of what's going on with the pandemic, I think everybody should have the Immune Blend, which supports and strengthens the immune. If you don't like taking a whole lot of tablets, you can find everything you need right in the Immune Blend, which promotes immune cell production, and it is excellent for the immune system, along with the garlic thyme. These 2 together will keep you strong and healthy and keep that immune going. Okay, so there are a lot of products that we can talk about. The aloe vera facial soap and the deodorant are excellent. So you want to look better and you want to feel better. And you know what? You should share good products with other people, because if you feel good, you should also want other people to feel good. And everything else is about how you can make money with this company. It's really, really good. People are making a lot of money for their self-development, financial freedom, travel, better health, and lifestyle. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to be putting my website in the chat, and I hope that you will support me. I'm trying to make assistant manager. So if everybody on the chat tonight would buy at least 1 thing, preferably 2, I could make assistant manager, guys. Help me out. Need your help. Thank you. Love you guys.
We love you. And Oline is an artist as well. Oline, tell us about your CD. Yes.
Okay, so this is right in line with Dr. Plumb. I got started late in life. I'm a retired teacher, and I've always loved to sing. So after retiring, I produced my first CD called Find You. It's about finding who you are, what your purpose is, and what you want to do in life. So it's never too late.
Love it.
Yay!
And
Thank you so much, Oline.
And we're so happy to have you, Oline. Oline is a caregiver, and she's looking after her aunt. And so we never see you, Oline. So thank you for joining us. But I'm going to do the whole aloe vera presentation on another day, okay? But we love you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So let's move along. Okay.
So are we having the surprise event?
Yes, now is the time for the, and we'll come back to, so we have 2 special people that we want to really, you know, give them some praise today. So the first person is Colonel Donna Forey, and she is one of the most modest people that you could ever meet. And if you look at her uniform and her pictures, and she's a highly decorated woman, but our women business empowerment could not have been possible without Donna. Donna has been with us from day one, helping me along the way, sponsoring anytime I've needed funds. She's been right there to support us. So today I thought that Dr. Shelley would do a book signing, and we were trying to figure out who we should give the book away to, and I couldn't think of anyone else but Donna Forey. So Dr. Shelley, we're going to do this book signing. Okay. And Donna, while she's getting ready to give you this book, can you tell us a little bit about you and the Pentagon and all this wonderful stuff that you've done for the country? And thank you for your services. We love you.
Thank you, Claire. Claire, my head is swelling, so you're going to have to stop bragging on me, because I won't be able to put a hat on now. So So I pay Claire a lot of money to say these nice things, just so y'all know. I pay her money to say these things. So,
That's not true, but yeah, hardly. Then you'd have to pay me more.
Claire, you'll get your check tomorrow. I promise. The check's in the mail, dear. I promise. Check's in the mail.
All right.
Anyway, so I am a military veteran. I spent 30 years in the United States Air Force. I'm very proud of that. In fact, a fun fact about me, I was actually stationed at one time at both Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and at Pope Air Force Base in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I have a lot of connections with the military crowd that hangs out on this call. Plus, I met my husband, my late husband, in North Carolina. So I have a real soft spot for North Carolina. I often think I should just move down there and reconnect with everybody I used to know. But my job in the military was I was an intelligence officer. Obviously, if you're going to study the enemy, you have to go where the enemy is. So I spent a lot of time overseas. I did 9 overseas deployments. Some of them were in great places like Spain or Italy. Other ones not so nice, like Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Horn of Africa, North Africa, Central South America, fighting the drug war, which, you know, we never won that. But so some great places, some pretty nasty, difficult places. So you talk about breaking and bouncing. I've certainly done a lot of that in the military, both maybe mentally and physically, I don't know. But I think probably the biggest thing I can say that I had the break or bounce effect from was actually the loss of my husband, which just happened in December of 2019. So I'm still finding my way through being a widow. Some days I'm pretty okay. Other days I feel anger and frustration and sadness because I have this new life I'm not quite adjusted to yet. So, but I'm fortunate, having been in the military, they teach you a lot of mental and physical toughness. So I draw upon that reserve of strength and toughness that the military inbred in me by being an officer and having to do all these difficult things. So if I hadn't had that sort of preparation in life to deal with tough stuff, it might have been a more difficult road. Not that it's not been difficult, but you know, maybe the military training did help me a lot. So, so I retired from the, well, I'll go back. Claire wanted me to mention the Pentagon. So on top of all the other fun stuff I got to do in the military, when I became a senior officer, of course, all senior officers have to go to the Pentagon and live in Northern Virginia, which is really difficult. I don't know which worse, working at the Pentagon or living in Northern Virginia, but anywho. So 2001, 9/11, I was sitting in the building on the day of the attack. Fortunately made it out fine, but lost colleagues and friends in the building. So that day brings a lot of emotions for me. I get actually depressed weeks before the day is coming, just thinking about the day again and everything that happened. And so it's, you think after this many years, it wouldn't affect me, but it still is something that I kind of carry around as an emotional scar. But so I've had some breaking and bouncing for sure. More bouncing than breaking. I can say that, Dr. Plum. So that's good. You know, that is good. Yeah, I can say I've bounced more than I've broken,
think
you know.
so. I think if anyone deserves, so I think if anybody deserves the book, it's Donna. You know, so Dr. Shelley, you can do the book signing, and she's gonna mail you a copy of her book.
Well, first of all, Donna, I am so honored that you're on with us tonight. And can I tell you that my grandfather served in World War II, and I just remember the stories that he used to tell me, and how brave and how much sacrifice that goes into, and yes, a lot of breaking and bouncing, and so I'm just honored that you're going to read my book, and we're going to gift it to you, and I'm going to actually sign it right now in front of everybody. Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to write is,
thank you, Shelley.
oh gosh, it's my pleasure. It really is my honor. I'm going to be writing, Dear Donna, thank you for all you've done for our beautiful country. Thank you for all you do, and may you forever bounce and not break. Love, Shelley.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Wow.
Oh,
Y'all are going to make me
Everybody,
cry.
we can all
My
give her
dad,
a big hand.
Shelley,
And
Yeah.
and Donna, if I
my
could
dad is a
address-
World War II vet,
what
Shelley.
what?
Yeah, 2 wars, Pentagon.
My
I
dad's
think you
actually
need
World War
another
II vet.
one.
He's still
Yeah.
alive.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad's a World War II vet. 94
Really?
years
Okay.
old, still alive, going strong.
Wow. That is
He's
amazing.
an inspiration. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, it really, I mean, as my grandfather opened, I mean, you read about wars in the books and everything, but when he was telling the real life stories, it really hit you hard. It hit you right at home because you realize how real
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you for your services. Thank you, Dr. Shelley. Everybody, please give you a big hand.
Yeah.
Now, I want to give another.
Thank
I
you,
want to give
Claire.
another shout out to
Thank
somebody
you, Dr.
who
Plum.
I don't know,
You're welcome.
and she's somebody that actually inspired me, and she's here tonight. And her name is Ernestine Wooten. And many of you may not know her, but this woman, this little powerhouse, is Goldsboro's queen. She's our queen, and she has inspired so many people. She taught my son, my husband, in the 3rd grade, and so she's she's a big person, and she's done a lot for us. So she's here tonight, and I just had to. So Patty, can you get on, Patty? Patty Simmons. Where's Patty?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here.
Can you turn your video on? So
Yes, ma'am.
Patty is going to be giving away one of those beautiful jewelry pieces tonight. And I thought, who better but to give it to Ernestine Wooten. So, Nancy, I'm sorry. Your mother can never get enough of our praise. So Patty is going to give her one of the beautiful paparazzi jewelry. So Patty, I'm going to give you her address, but I wanted you both to meet. And so Ernestine is she's priceless. She's worth her weight, triple diamond woman. Yeah. So Ernestine, thank you so much for everything that you do and that you continue to do. And just seeing you has made my day. So I had to give you something and honor you today. So I want everybody to give this lady a big hand. Yeah. And if I had to read her bio, it would be 30, 40 pages long. And you need to write a book, really. You really need to write a book. Yeah. So that was that. And I think we have a few vendors yet. So Jerry Baker, we want you. Jerry Baker is also a veteran from the U.S. Navy. So Jerry, would you like to tell us a little bit about Shackley and meology? And so I will bring you all back. Yeah.
And I think Claire, Miss Solomon wants to give something away.
Yes, but I'll bring you back in a minute, Oline. I'll bring you back in a minute. Yeah. So I just wanted to give these 2 honorable women, 2 powerful women in the room. You have to give them honor and praise. So that was my thing. All right. So let's move on with the agenda. Jerry Baker works for the U.S. Navy. So Jerry, thank you for your services too. And Patty is a child. Patty, tell us about your mom. How's your mom?
So my mom is a nurse, and she's been holding the fort down during COVID. She works for an assisted living facility, and she's one of the nurses there. My mom actually shared some pretty cool pictures in the very beginning, when the PPE supplies were very slim and very hard to come by. And the National Guard was actually bringing their supplies. And it was really neat to see the National Guard come, see all of the PPE supplies in the truck, see the nurses receiving them, and just the sheer joy on their face. You could tell they were all so thankful for those supplies because the supplies were in very, they were in very high demand on very short supply. So I'm super honored, that my mom, to talk about my mom and, the saying, you know, not all superheroes wear capes. I tell my mom that quite often, you know, and of course I try to send her little cards and, you know, just little messages to tell her how much I appreciate her, how much I respect her, how proud of her I am. Because this has definitely been a very difficult time to, you know, to be in the healthcare profession, and not one time has she batted an eyelash. She masks up, she shields up, she, you know, she goes every day. She's had to work overtime. She's had to work on her days off. You know, they've had to give up, you know, quite a bit throughout the course of time, but they have kept their facility safe. They've kept their residents safe, and they've kept their staff safe. And that's the most important thing.
Well, just tell her that we pray for her every day, and that we want her to come to the club one day. So she's got an open invitation, yes, to us. And thank you, Patty, so much for being here. You don't know, you made my day. Yeah. So I'll bring you and Oline back, but let me just finish with one more person, which is U.S. Navy. Thank you so much, Jerry, for your services. Yeah, and continuing to help us with the club. So Jerry is an honorarian. I know we're a women's group, but he's honorarian, and so so tell us about meology, real quick. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Clara. Yeah, I just appreciate the opportunity to. I'll be speaking on the 4th, so I will just keep it really brief now, and hope that you all join us on the 4th at 2 o'clock. But just going back to self-care that Shelley, you were talking about, one of the sayings I like to quote is that you can choose to invest your time and resources now to improve your health and wellness, or you can be forced to choose to invest your time and resources later to treat your illness. So
true.
Of course, so what we do, I have a company called Fit for Life, which is health and wellness. We work with Shelley Corporation, and we help people identify what their particular needs are with respect to nutrition. Numeology that Claire talked about, which you see back here, is just a recent groundbreaking innovation from Shackley that enables you to identify through a assessment tool that we have that looks like at your health status, what your family history is, the things that your doctor's concerned about, and so on, and then identify exactly what it is specifically that your body needs. So it's personalized nutrition. It's really the only company, I think, that actually is able to do that at that time. So I'll be talking about that more on next Wednesday. The other thing I'll say about Shackley, because Shelley, you mentioned Tony Robbins a number of times. At one of his presentations towards the end, he was talking about, I think it was a topic like companies who do things right. And he said that his intent, his desire was to purchase Shackley Corporation.
Oh, is that right? That's interesting.
But then his friend, Roger Barnett, who was a businessman from New York, ended up purchasing it in 2004. So I thought that spoke very highly of the company that he would say that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So it's good to be here. Appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.
Yes, and we got the shakes, by the way, so we can't wait to try them. Yes. Okay. All right. So moving on to the prizes for tonight, we've got Oline, you want to make an announcement about your prizes, and then we've got the vegan thing. So I've got a raffle going on here. Oline, let's bring you back. Yeah. No, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to give away 2 prizes, and I'm going to ask 2 questions. The first question is, who can tell me one thing that's in deodorant that can lead to cancer? The first one to answer gets a free Aloe Shield deodorant.
Aluminum, zirconium,
There we go.
What did she say? Aluminum?
Something in deodorant and something with aluminum. That's
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah. It's basically it's aluminum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Very
Does
good.
she get a chance to win as a moderator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we're going to give it. Ramona, we're going to give the gift to Dr. Shelley, if that's okay with you.
Oh, absolutely. With my pleasure.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so who
Yeah.
has the most beautiful smile in the whole wide world?
Me.
We do.
Yes.
We do.
Right on.
So give away a forever bright tooth gel. It's got
What?
aloe vera in it, and it has propolis in it, and it has a wonderful mint flavor. And you use it. It's a tooth gel, but it's like toothpaste. So, do you get it, Claire?
Ramona,
No,
give
who?
it to me.
No, not me. Who? I'm out of the race. Who has the most beautiful smile in the world?
I'd give it to Ramona. Ramona. She does such a good job tonight. She did such a great
Okay.
job.
So we
I
give it
thought
to
I was going.
Ramona.
I thought the answer was a newborn baby, the first smile of a newborn baby.
Oh, that's true.
What was the correct answer? What was the correct answer? What was the correct answer?
Was me.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna give the tooth gel to Ramona.
To Dr.
Yep,
Shelley,
and
I
Dr.
thought, right?
Shelley gets
Dr. Shelley.
Dr. Shelley gets the first one, the deodorant.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That is so
All
sweet.
right.
Okay, and now my prizes are she's gone. Melissa, are you there?
She
Melissa,
had to
okay.
leave. She said to give her the names.
Okay, so Melissa's going to give us a vegan product. So I'm going to pick one, and I don't know who this person is. Patty Simmons. Patty, you get a vegan something. It's a dip. Yeah.
Awesome,
So
thank you.
Ooh, that's yummy.
okay, cool. And I think she said, Dr. Shelley, you get a vegan dip as well.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And I'm a vegan too, so that's all good.
Okay, so that's
Thank you. I feel blessed.
okay. That's awesome. Okay, good. I don't know if she said 3 or 2, but I'm gonna do 2, and then we'll see. All right. So that's the end of our night, and I think we had a lot of fun. Elton, are you there to close us out?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay,
Well,
Dr. Shelley, would you like to say some last minute things since you met the whole group and
You know what? I just want to tell everyone what an honor it is to be here again. And it's just been a delight getting to know everyone and what your businesses are. And you know what? I have to tell you, I've been on, different Zoom calls, but the energy here is just electric. It's just amazing and very warm, very inviting. And I just feel blessed to be here. So thank you so much.
very good.
yes,
Very
thank
good.
you for coming.
And always remember.
Yeah.
Bounce.
I want to, oh dear, my slides are going all crazy. I want to say really fast 2 things. I'm going to have to stop my share. Okay. Wednesday, if those of you, Oline, if you want to come back and do the whole aloe vera thing on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, we are doing vision boards. And Oline, you were with us for the vision boards, remember? Mm-hmm. So Wednesday at 2 o'clock, we're going to be doing vision boards. Now, Donna and I did the whole session, but we're actually going to tape our boards because it's the end of the year and we want to finish those vision boards. So anyone who's joining for the first time, that's great. But Oline, if you can be there at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, we're going to finish those vision boards. Okay. So Linda, is Linda gone or she's gone?
She had to leave. She had to leave.
Okay. So I'll contact everybody. And then Donna, do you go up next Monday, the following Monday? Yes. Donna.
Yes, I'll be giving a presentation. I'll be giving a kind of a financial presentation for business owners, kind of financial 101 for business owners in November, the second Monday of the month. So.
Okay, cool. So we're excited, and we have U.S. Navy veteran joining Donna as well. So it's going to be a powerful day. So every Monday, 8 o'clock, and every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. But we will shut down for Thanksgiving and the Christmas. And then Donna and I are planning something very, very special for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So we will tell you when we make the plans final. But it is going to be special. Even though we are in COVID and we can do what we want to do, we will do what we can with Zoom. So I will announce those things. And then Shelley has kindly consented to come for the Women Business Empowerment, which we will have in March in 2021. And I hope we can do it in person. So hopefully by then COVID will be over, but we are planning. So our speakers are getting set up. So I will send you all an invitation and mark your calendars so you all can come. All right. So anyone wants to say anything or ask a question before we close out? Patty, you want to say something? We never see you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. And, I know I don't pop in very often, but I certainly follow, all the emails that come. And, like Miss Shelley said, the energy here is so exciting. And it has been so wonderful to watch this group grow, see all the different people come in, just hear all the different stories, the different products, hear different people talk. This has been a wonderful group that has happened because of COVID, and I'm super thankful, for the recurring invitation and just the opportunity to get together and hang out with some fun and amazing women. I mean, how often do we get to do that? And there's a standing, invite, so to speak, on Monday nights and Wednesday afternoons, and I just think it's wonderful. So thank you again.
Yes. So thank you for being here. Sharita, we don't see Sharita either. She's another busy girl. So Sharita, you want to say something before we close? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really do appreciate it. And I'm definitely going to try to pop in more times. It's just right now with it being holidays, I'm really stretched, but I definitely need to commit to attending more meetings.
And Patty, did you put your email in the chat, your website, where people can order this amazing jewelry?
I did not. I can. I switched over to my phone real quick. So let me say
You don't know how many times that you come on the call and I get phone calls. What is Patty? so make sure that you say, yeah.
I honestly think I forget almost every time, and I don't mean to. I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Wooten, Nancy, do y'all want to say anything? This is their first time to be with us. Do y'all want to say something?
Inviting us, and we're looking forward to hearing people again and more. It's great to know that women can do it.
Yeah, and these two women are not ordinary women, they're extraordinary. So thank you too for all you do. Yes. Okay, Elton, so I'm going to bring you to close us out.
First, I'm very grateful. Yes, yeah. Donna,
I just wanted to say one very fast thing. Fast thing. I don't know that we'll see each other again before next week. So please, I'm encouraging everybody to either vote early in your county or please definitely show up and vote in the polls. This is an extraordinary election, very important for our country. So please don't forget to vote.
Consent to that, I admit, I normally on these messages, I'll make sure that everybody at the end of their comments say that I approve your message. But at this time, I just want to thank you all for your participation. I want to thank you all for your added insights. And also I want to give a special recognition to, as Claire said, my third grade teacher, Miss Ernestine Wooten. Thank you for being here with you. And Nancy, my classmate. I really appreciate you and all of you that are on the phone. Also, my wife, she was able to through her work and effort, we presented to NIH recently. National Institute of Health. And about 4 years ago, we had the privilege to meet Anthony Fauci. What a brilliant mind! What a great mind! I'm a big fan of his. And so, and also if you know of and are in contact with other business owners, small business owners, please encourage them to participate in our call because we have an agenda to grow small business. As a matter of fact, I'm my own agenda. I'm trying to generate about 1,000 to 2,000 jobs in this state. And so, however, under whatever condition or circumstance, we're focused on that. And so we'd love your help and support in that way. So if there's anything that we can do to help you grow, develop, and harness and put more structure to your business, we're here to help you. And Dr. Plum, I wish we had more time because I had some serious foot questions. And we didn't even
We'll hook up. Yes.
I mean, because foot health is so important. And we've had the privilege of having about 3 physicians. One physician, Dr. Putalili, and he has written 3 books. One on how to prevent diabetes. The second was how to curb the impact of diabetes in your life. And they're consequential books, quite consequential. And so, we have to surround our knowledge base, our complete and in-depth knowledge base, so we come to know. And Olene, thank you so much for your insights, and Jerry too. You're so amazing. I appreciate your health insights, and we have to also remember to stay healthy. And our prayer is that we all under the sound of my voice, will stay COVID free. Stay COVID free. There's a lot that we don't know about this disease, but I mean, and quite frankly, our prayer is that we never really come to know it like that. And so, and as that goes, Ramona, you did such a great job. Thanks so much. I mean,
Yes.
you're a priceless. And so, with that being said, I want to offer a simple prayer for every household here. We pray that God will continue to bless you all. We pray that you stay healthy in mind, body, and spirit. And also that we always keep our balance. Keep our balance. In the morning, when you get up in the morning and and you're about to trip over the rug, we pray that you keep your balance.
Yes.
And if you come close to tripping, that you bounce back up. You bounce back up.
Right.
But if you have to fall, you bounce. But we pray that you continue. And, but God is amazing and his grace is so outstanding. And even when we trip, he enables us to bounce and keep our balance. And so there's a lot to knock us over, but because of God's grace, we will keep our balance. Our prayer is consistently, and I pray for you. Stay well, and join us again on the next call where we hope to bring cheerfulness, inspiration, focus and clarity with great balance. God be praised. Amen. Amen.